Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Daily Choices, where we just go through some questions that we might come across in some everyday scenarios and how we would deal with them. I actually can't believe how sunny it is in London today. Like, there's actual sun shining at me. I hope you're enjoying the summer as well and making the most out of the sun. And this episode is spiritual, mindful themed. As some of you may know, I'm really interested in meditating, reflecting, questioning, all of that. It's just something I'm really curious about. So I want to dive into some daily choices around that today. So let's get straight into the questions, starting with how to add more peace into your routine. Now, having peace and being calm can be such a different thing to everyone. To me, we're always rushing and reacting and just trying to keep up with daily life. So to me, what adds peace is slowness in the day. So literally finding some time in the morning, for instance, to just sit and watch the outside or have a coffee or meditate, but kind of setting a tone for the day of doing something slowly. And even if the mind is rushing and thinking what to do next, rather than staying in the windmill and getting distracted. So yeah, that's what peace is to me, just really having those moments of just letting everything settle. And even if it's running on the background, just having some moments of stillness that can take a pause from all that, I guess. The next question is ways to explore spirituality. I think there's so many different paths people can take. And when they start exploring, it can be quite overwhelming and confusing. Like, for instance, when I started meditating, the first year I felt like I had no direction or structure to it. So I'd say the best way to go about it is experimenting, taking time out of the day when possible to try different techniques, maybe see if you're more drawn to any paths or teachings. And if something relates more, you'll be drawn to that anyway, especially after having explored a few things here and there already through experimenting. And that's the main way I tackle that for me, really. Just to keep experimenting, to keep testing, seeing what works, what doesn't on yourself. Because with things like spirituality, it is a lot of inward work. So the best place to work on and experiment with is ourselves, to see how everything works and if we can understand it a little bit better. But just like with anything that we want to understand a little bit more, it takes a bit of trial and error. How to build a more flexible and open mind. I find this really interesting because, especially as humans get older, I think this can become a lot more rigid. So it's really good to notice how that happens and to try it out for ourselves. Like, I think if there's a certain rigidness about a topic and it's either wrong or right, certainty of that's the only way that it's possible, then you're already closing the doors to growth and seeing any other perspectives. And we know from experience that the way we view the world can change constantly as we evolve. So I think to keep questioning things around us is what helps our mind to stay more flexible and more okay with being like, maybe I don't know the answer to this, or maybe there's more ways of looking at that. That's essentially what being more open-minded means, I think. So questioning helps with realizing that maybe we don't know everything, and there's an opportunity just in that to see things more openly. If you already have that kind of I don't know perspective, if that makes any sense. Like, if you think you know things, you're going to be more closed off. If you think you don't know things, you're still going to stay more curious and open to keep growing. The next question is, what opportunities can a mindful lifestyle bring? I find that there is a lot of them, but one that stands out to me lately is your peace isn't as disturbed by others or external situations. As simple as that. Like, if you have a bit more of an understanding of how you are, how you work, how you react, you also have more ways that allow you to come back to your peace and your stillness inside to kind of ground yourself again. And it can be useful in different situations. Like, maybe someone's anger towards you can be handled differently, and over time you find more tools to manage such situations. Maybe by finding that more objectivity helps, or just some tools to notice sooner that some situations can be dealt with better while also maintaining your own peace. Like going back to the anger example, maybe with these kind of tools you can be like, okay, I've been in this kind of situation before, perhaps I don't need to get so engaged with the situation, perhaps adding more fuel to the fire isn't going to help. And all these little discoveries that we find for ourselves can really help to manage that and just notice how we spend our time and energy more. Let me know in the comments what daily choices you've had to face lately. I know I tried something different with this spiritually themed vibe, so let me know what you think about that, and like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content and want to see more. I shall see you in the next video. Bye.